Welcome back to another GIM series video. If you've been following along, you'll know that I typically play two accounts at once, one being a 50 defense account, and this account, a maxed account, all in the same GIM group. So kind of a dolo dynamic of sorts. For much of the series thus far, we've been heavily focused on the 50 defense account, and that's because I create that account fresh, and early game, mid game progress is always very addicting as an Ironman. With that being said though, I'm ready to put some hours into the maxed account once again. There's still plenty of things left to do on this account. And above all, it's actually just really fun running around the game, doing content with clanmates. Today we start off with some typical Ironman things, but then we get into completing an achievement diary that I should have done a long time ago. Logging in for another day of old school RuneScape. This time around we're starting out the session by collecting some salve shards. If you've been following along, we've been doing a whole lot of Theater of Blood lately, and each time we do 1 KC of top, whether that's hard mode or just regular, we're burning up these salve shards. We're dropping 1 salve amulet at a time. If you don't know, that's just to make room for more supplies later on in the raid. One of my long-term goals is to achieve the Theater of Blood 2000 KC cape. Now if we take a look at our collection log here at top, we have 782 normal KC, 4 entry modes, but entry modes don't count, 556 hard modes. So rough math here, if we combine them together, that's about 1300 something KC. So we got under 700 KC to go until we get the 2000 cape. There's actually another cape at the 1500 mark. I guess we're pretty close to that too. But yeah, there's nothing else from Tob we want at this point other than the KC capes. We have our kits, we even have the pet and the dust, and we have all the items we need. If you're wondering what the best way of getting to the Haunted Mine and getting the shards is, well, this is it. If you get your hands on the Mauritania legs, you can TP to Berg de Rot. Did I pronounce that? Burrow de Rot? I don't know. Anyways, you get put here right at the minigame. What is this minigame called? Temple trekking. That's what it is. You hop over this fence, and here is the entrance to the mine. Hop over the minecart. There's Settled's broken rune crossbow. Go on in, and right to the left, as soon as you enter, you just call through this cart tunnel, and here you are. You don't have to go through the whole maze in the mine again. It's just right there at the entrance. Anyways, enough yapping about salve shards and salve amulets and whatnot. We are now just 3 days removed from the clan bingo starting. If you've been following along, you'll know that I've been mentioning this bingo for quite some time now, and I was even trying to get the Emberlight, the Tormented Synapses, and the Zenite shards over on the other account done before that. Well, it turns out, luck turned around and we had a whole week before the bingo started. So I've just been playing this account the last few days. Being a maxed account, we're just out here having fun playing the game actually. We're then going to do the bingo. It's just a short weekend bingo, and after that we're going to be locking ourselves to some grinds. I do have some big goals for this account despite it being maxed and having most of the gear that I want, but obviously with this game there is always something to do, especially as an Ironman. At the moment, I don't think any clanmates are available to do any TOBs or TOA or anything like that. I could do more solo CMs right now, but we'll save that for another time. There's something that I should have done a long time ago on this account, and that is the Wilderness Hard Diary. So right now we're at the Mage Arena Bank, and we have to pick up a God Staff. I think I can get one through here maybe? I don't quite remember. I dropped all of my old ones. But here I am needing another one. Okay, I guess I trade this guy. Well, I'm gonna need some GP, be right back. I believe I have everything I need to complete the Wilderness Hard Diary. I guess before we start, let me explain the reasoning why I'm doing this now. So I've procrastinated the Void Waker grind for a very long time now, but I do plan on doing that soon. I do have a decent amount of Calvarion KC. In fact, let's just pull up the collection log real quick. Calvarion and Vedion. There we go. You can see that I have 1461 Calvarion KC, 4 Ring of the Gods, 2 Dragon Pickaxes, 8 Dragon 2-Hand Swords, and even the Skull of Vedion, which I believe is used as an attachment for some kind of wilderness weapon. Not sure which one. But we don't have the Void Waker Blade. I don't know the drop rate off the top of my head, but we're definitely over rate for that. I did most of that KC before they implemented that weird change where they have an arbitrary delay before you can teleport. And that delay can be removed when you complete the Wilderness Hard Diary. I really don't understand the logic of that, but it is what it is, and we're going to have to get the Wilderness Hard Diary done now. First things first, we're going to have to fight a lava dragon. Now, I don't know any of the save spots. I know this is a common thing to do for people in the early game starting out, but this is something I've never been to. Clearly because I don't have the diary done. Unfortunately, I don't think the first one's going to count because this was already hit, but luckily I've stumbled upon the save spot, so I guess we'll just wait around for that one to respawn, and on the next one we should get the credit for it. Alright, let's lure it over here. Hopefully no PK runs up on me right now. I probably should have brought another spell. I mean, it's a dragon, so I think they're weak to water or earth, something like that, but definitely not fire. But I believe I need the spell for something else here. Oh, these runes were for Saradomin Strike specifically, which I'll need to cast on a player. Down it goes. That should be one combat achievement done. Although, I thought it said we had to bury it. Maybe not. Alright, you know what? I'll take these adamant bars and lava scales on the way out. Maybe even the black dragon hide, why not? Next step is to fish a raw lava eel in the lava maze. Is this guy a PKer? He doesn't look like one. I don't know, some PKers look real newbie in their mystics and like, or even salad robes. I had no idea Claymate was here doing Chaos Fanatic, but hello. Alright. Next task. Well, alright, that was quick. We just had to fish a raw lava eel. For this next wilderness task, I actually had to TP out of the wilderness. Made my way to the Trollheim area here, and we're supposed to take this shortcut over there, which will actually lead us into the wilderness. I don't actually know where exactly this takes us, so let's find out. It's kind of crazy that the game is so expansive that you can play this game for thousands of hours and just never touch certain areas or pieces of content in the game. Yep, let's go ahead and go in. Like, I've quite literally never done this on any account. Where are we right now? Just south of the cemetery. Okay, cool. Making my way over to the wilderness resource area here. And we're going to be smithing ourselves a scimitar, an Addy scimitar. Got the 2 bars on us. Let's make sure we click the right thing here. Scimitar. And there we have it. Our last task here is to cast any of the god spells on another player. Well, instead of asking someone to step out into the Wildy, I'll just do it myself. Actually, wait, I forgot about the level disparity. Alright, I guess we'll take the lever real quick. Alright, because of the level disparity, I'm meeting myself at the Wildy lever. Deep Wildy. Here we go, hopefully... Oh, I have skull prevention on. Well, okay. Here we go, real quick. I need to actually hit. That's the important thing. Come on, my character's naked. Alright, there we go. Let's get out of here. That is the Wildy hard tier complete. I am skulled, so let's get out of here before anything bad potentially happens, although this area is relatively safe. All the wilderness hard diary tasks are completed. Now we just have to talk to the lesser fanatic here. Claim our rewards. We get an EXP lamp, which is completely irrelevant to us. We'll just chuck in an herbal or whatever, 15,000 EXP. We get ourselves the Wilderness Sword 3. We get a sandwich lady that is offering a chocolate bar, sadly not a baguette. But yeah, now the TP delay at the wilderness bosses is now removed, and we'll be able to start our Void Waker grind when we feel like it. I guess I should expand on the Wildy hard tier rewards a little bit more. I only mentioned the removal of the teleport delay, which is pretty big. It's for the Revenant Caves and the wilderness bosses as well. But some of the other notable rewards is, well, 1 free teleport to the Fountain of Ruin daily. I've personally never used the Fountain of Ruin in my life other than for some other diary task, but that could be interesting to some people. You can have up to 5 ecumenical keys, so that's actually pretty huge for God Wars bosses. And actually, this is very, very big. You can now choose your destination when teleporting through the ancient obelisk. That was not something I even considered. I was solely focused on the teleport delay, but the ability to actually use the obelisk properly, that is huge actually. Oh, and one more thing. If you gather Wines of Zamrock through the Wildy, this is going to be huge for you as well. All the Wines of Zamrocks you gather in the Chaos Temple or the Deep Wilderness Dungeon will be received in noted form. We're going to be heading on over to the Theater of Blood shortly, but to fill in the time until then, we're waiting for teammates here. We're going to do some Leviathan. Now, we're currently at KC, I want to say 900 on the dot. I feel like that was my stopping point. Let's just double check that real quick. Leviathan. There we go. Yep, 900 KC on the dot. We're still missing the Venator Vestige. Now, out of the 4 Desert Treasure 2 bosses, this is the only ring that I'm missing. Now, I haven't been back here in a long time. The last time we were here, they didn't do the update yet, so I have no idea whether I'm 1 out of 2, or 1 out of 3, or 2 out of 3 on the ring. But I guess we can find out now. So our very first drop here, we get 2 gold rings, which means we are indeed 2 out of 3 on the ring rolls. We are dry, but at least that's a good sign that we're just 1 roll away. Alright, after a little stint at Leviathan, we didn't get any drops there unfortunately, but we do now know that we're 2 out of 3 on the Venator Vestige, so that is a bit motivating. We'll try to get the ring at some point. But we're finally ready to pot some Theater of Blood. Let's just see how this goes. I am on an Australian world right now, so I have like 200 ping, but I mean, it should be fine as long as it's consistent. There was no 2s for me there, so I was able to sneak in a T-bow hit. Alright, what I'm doing right now is completely unnecessary. But it is kind of fun to do, especially when you get the Ruby proc. Playing from outer space right now, hold on. I set up the Pog, I believe. The Pog has been set. I spied myself. Okay, the Pog tank set up without the webs. Getting pretty good at that. And we got a never mind. No purple. Never purple. Alright, first KC went pretty well, all things considered. No purple, though. Let's see how this second one goes. In an ideal world, it would just keep switching back and forth between melee and range, because the mage one is actually very bad DPS for us. Not just for us, like in general. I'll just sip another restore dose. What is going on? I only have 1 dose for, soap. Chally's up. Let's use it. What a terrible Chally. You know, so somebody didn't hammer, but I'm not going to say who. But I'm just saying, somebody didn't hammer. I'm just saying, somebody didn't hammer. Oh, good hammer. The beauty about regular Tob is that you just get a ton of points, so let's just get a whole new stamina. Okay, I suppose we're waiting. A 12? You know, I kind of can't afford to wait, actually. I'm gonna die. A 10? Dude, it just keeps maging. Dude, I just took like 30 damage from standing here. Oh, I'm dead. I don't even have a ticket. Goodbye. You know, at least I smuggled a stamina pot out of here. No purple. Surely 3rd time's the charm. This is where we get ourselves a purple. T-bow misses. That's a terrible sign. You know, regular Zarpus sucks. It sucks even more when you have 200 ping. What the heck is this, bet? I can't even hop to my... Okay, never mind. I guess I'm not doing a birdhouse run because I can't even hop to my account. It's a 2K total world. GG, the hammer guy is like 5 ticks behind. 81... Okay, 11. I'm late. I'm already, dude, that's what I've been saying for like the last hour. I'm lagging. Wait, hold on, guys. We're now 3-2 on Aussies versus US players. Why are we on the Aussie world? Oh! Good night. No, please. Please, no. Think big. Biggest I'm dead. Okay, I swear I can't ticky. It's literally impossible for me to ticky blow on here. What? I clicked! Bro, I swear I clicked. This is some BS. Wait, if my ping is 5 times higher than it normally is, does this mean I should play 5 times slower? You ticky 2 ticks before the ball hits you? You know what? That actually makes sense, because I tried to tick eat a soap ball earlier and like I didn't get it. This guy says it honestly feels pretty okay to me as he explains that he had to tick eat a soap ball 2 ticks earlier than normal. Eat the shark. Oh god. Please no. Good thing I had redemption on. Got some people shopping at Costco right now. I can't believe this guy just... Wait, what? I've been ragged, bro. That wasn't me! I'm not gonna lie, I lost track. Ooh! Dude, a 6... Everything's fine? Everything's fine. Alright, who healed him, man? Alright guys, let's act like we've been here before. Let's act like I've had my Ultor on this entire time. Nobody asked. Huh? Damn, that's weird. I have 95 spec back? That's crazy. Wow, P2 lasted that long? That was a slow P2. We're gonna get like 1 hit into the Pog Web. That is unfortunate. Yo, what's going on, man? Oh, I done goofed. Why can't I move? What was that? Ooh. Wait, I'm so confused. Why couldn't I move right there? Did I click on something that, like, despawned again? Bro, it just keeps healing. I'm dead. Bro, it was like 2% and I hit swung like 4 times and it was still 2%. Oh my god, no way, no purple? Wow, shocker. A little bit of a deja vu as yesterday we did a top session and then quickly ran over to TOA. We're doing the same thing today. And you know what? Yesterday, no purples at top. Today, no purples at top. Perhaps we get a purple at TOA though. Just like yesterday. Perhaps. Play it safe here. We have an ambrosia to use. Alright. Still beat time despite him DCing and stuff. First TOA today, what are we gonna get? And he walked to the side, so I already knew we weren't getting a purple. 7 dragon med helms, 276 potato cacti. Oh boy. Attempt, or not attempt, but run number 2. Let's see if we get a purple. 9.64% in 28 minutes. And... boo. Absolute tragedy. Kasha Runes, Dragon Dart Tips, and Toad Flax Seeds. This is actually pretty good, minus the Toad Flax Seeds. Third and probably final TOA of the night. Let's see if we can get our hands on anything. Okay. Oh, I saw my key. I saw my key. I didn't zoom in enough. So if it was a purple, it would have been his. Toad flax again, man. Come on.